Okay, everyone, let's get ready for the 10th of August, 2023 with myself, Michael Nauss. I'm a chartered market technician and quantitative trader. So if you're new here, what we do each and every day is we just talk about what happened in the market, crypto, FX, and Bitcoin, try to figure out what's going to happen tomorrow or into the rest of the week, and share my watch list of stocks that I have for swing ideas. Now, I asked the audience, you guys, on last weekend, I believe, whether or not you wanted to keep these up daily or do them weekly. Overwhelmingly daily was the answer. So that's awesome. Thank you all for commenting. The algorithm loves when you guys comment. So thanks again for that. The something that was brought up that made perfect sense to me is that, hey, why don't you do short videos just covering like the big bullet points throughout the week, and then on Friday do a longer form one where people have more time to watch. I thought that was a brilliant idea. Agree or disagree below as well. But that's what I'm going to do for the next little bit. So again, if you want access to all of the screenshots that I'm going to share, plus a whole bunch that I don't because I don't have time, and access to my watch list where you can just copy and paste it into trade ideas, go to StatsEdgeTrading.com. If you don't have trade ideas yet, go there and use StatsEdge and save yourself 15% off. Without further ado, let's get into it here. So Bitcoin, we had this rally yesterday, pull back today. I was talking yesterday. I was like, you need to prove it to me. You've faked out enough in this area. I've got, I faked out short, I faked out long. Thankfully, I was able to make a little bit on most of these trades. So I didn't really lose much of anything when it came to kind of what's going on there. But, so we were faked out kind of one way, both ways. And it is what it is. So now I need proof. So, break 32 and hold or something like that before I'm interested either way. We have the other one that I was looking at was actually yen. So we have a little breakout here happening in dollar yen, showing that, we may have some of this dollar weakness going on or yen strength, probably dollar weakness. If we go to UUP, yeah, it looks like dollar might be pulling back a little bit here, but we'll see. It's one thing that I'm just watching. The only kind of currency that really stuck out to me, we have Canadian dollar that's pulled back right at this downtrend line. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback and then a go from here. It's just been really, really strong, but makes sense that at this kind of trend line is where we're pulling back. So with that out of the way, let's get into the actual stock market. We're just going to take a look at the SPY here. And very interesting action when it comes to the SPY. The main thing that I kind of wanted to point out was right here. These are the prior highs that are now acting as support. And if we zoom in, we look really closely on these 2 days, it's what's called a tweezer bottom. So a tweezer bottom is essentially when a security pulls back to an area and then puts in a bottoming tail. And then the next day it pulls back to the same area and then puts in a bottoming tail, right? The tweezers, I've heard them called chopstick bottoms, right? But the two little sticks on the bottom. So if that's going to be the way it's going to go, then it just shows us that there possibly is somebody buying in this area. So if we get some strength tomorrow, that's very interesting. Also, when these patterns fail, they fail pretty hard, because if we come back here and whoever was in this area is gone, well, then we could have like a really significant sell-off after that. So, that's what I'm looking at for that. The only thing I really wanted to point out on top of that was just to say, hey, we've got, when I went through my ETFs, which my face are kind of hiding, things like USO was looking really good. So we'll go quickly through USO. USO, right? So we had oil with a nice strong uptrend. We had UNG and natural gas with a nice strong uptrend. We had XLP, which is consumer staples, with a nice strong trend and some bullish action today. Then we had XLI, which is industrials, with a strong trend and some bullish action today. These are not big tech names, so we may be doing a little bit of rotation from the big kind of tech names into these industrials and into these, quote unquote, more boring or slower sectors. So we need to kind of watch that. Now, the only trade I took today was ABBV. Kind of came right back down, but I took a little bit of a breakout here earlier in the day. It was kind of nice, strong action, and I added a couple to the list. So one here is KMX. The thing I liked about this one is it's holding right near these highs. So if we can get through these highs tomorrow, that's really interesting. ALSN, same kind of thing. Really boring name, but a very strong name, holding strong after this earnings gap. Again, if we can get going around 60 on that one, I like. And then CTSH was the other one, basically just because it's come down to this prior support right here, prior resistance, right? Because we ran up to that area and then we sold off. And then we broke through it, and now that's acting as support. So that's exactly what we want for a higher move. And again, look at the two bottoming tails here. So if we can get some reversal action tomorrow, that's what I'm interested on that one. So again, let me know what you think about shorter videos, just trying to be quicker with these. And sign up for the email list so you can get them delivered directly to you. And I'll talk to you guys later.